how was the hospitality in Pakistan? People checking on me all the time. Everyone gives me a bouquet of flowers everywhere I go. The Badshai Mosque, the Lahore Fort. Yeah, this is the real Lahore. Have you tried Pakistani traditional food? I've enjoyed very much. And lots of cake as well. I'm quite worried about, my waistline when I go home. Oh. MH Global Group is the umbrella organization. I think there's been 6,000 students from Pakistan in the last 4 years that have used AHZ services. Where was Multan? Hot. I was told mangoes. I was told to come back in the summer. Yeah. And the mangoes, it's mango season.
In December, you will not get mangoes.
Exactly.
It's the product of the summer.
Why UK? Hello and welcome again from the studio of Discover UK Education. Today we have a special guest and he is a director of MS Global Group. So Mr. Neelappan is with us. How are you? Salam alaikum. I'm very well. I'm very well. Been in Pakistan 4 days now and enjoying every moment of it. Yeah, let me tell you one thing. He is also a very generous and friendly person.
Thank you.
So, first tell me, how was the hospitality in Pakistan? Fantastic. I expected a warm welcome because obviously I've been speaking to colleagues over video calls and over the phone. So I was expecting a warm welcome. I was looking forward to meeting everyone properly because video calls and face-to-face are completely different. It's different. Absolutely. So overwhelming. So taken out the moment I arrived, people checking on me all the time. I've had more flowers than my wedding in the last 4 days. Really? Everyone gives me a bouquet of flowers everywhere I go. I managed to have a little bit of time on Sunday night. Went to the Old Town, except it was also the first day of the Premier League cricket. Yep. So we were stuck in traffic for about an hour, but then went to the Old Town where the fort is and the mosque,
the Badshai
yes, and the Sikh temple as well. So we managed to get in there, even though we were late. They let us in, so managed to have a brief walk around. Then went to some wonderful food in a place called Hivali, I think, which overlooked the square. It's a traditional restaurant, Haveli restaurant. You know, the Badshai Mosque, the Lahore Fort. Yeah, this is the real Lahore. Yeah, yes, we call this interior Lahore. This is the real Lahore. And beautiful streets. Yeah, to wander around. It was really nice, and everything was brightly lit up. So yeah, I really enjoyed Sunday, and then it was straight to work on Monday. So I've seen a lot of offices and quite a bit of motorway because we drove to Multan and back yesterday. But besides that, I'm having a very nice time, and I wish I could extend it. But I'm here for another 4 days, and then I have to return home. Have you tried Pakistani traditional food? Yeah, don't ask me what I've tried because I've said to my colleagues, just order what you think I should try. So, and my colleague Javed said on Sunday he's going to start me off at this level. Then each day he's going to raise the spice level. So I've eaten well. Like I say, lots of different dishes. Obviously things you don't know the reds, but you enjoyed. I've enjoyed very much, and lots of cake as well. I'm quite worried about my waistline when I go home. Oh, okay, Mr. Neil. You are a director of MS Global Group. What is MS Global Group? Well, MH Global Group is many things, and I'm here for many reasons. So MH Global Group is the umbrella organization of different companies which exist here in Pakistan, but also in different countries around the world, including obviously London, where I'm based. I'm sure viewers know that AHZ, the biggest student recruitment agency, well, one of the biggest, is part of MH Global Group, and we recruit students to over 100, I think about 140 institutions, if not more, into the UK. I don't spend a lot of time with AHZ because it's well established. But I think there's been 6,000 students from Pakistan in the last 4 years that have used AHZ services to pursue the university ambitions.
It's quite an achievement.
It's huge. It's huge considering actually in AHZ in Pakistan's 4 or 5 years old. It's
just 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years, 2021, correct. So sitting alongside AHZ and what I'm doing here is MIE English Academy. So I had the good fortune in the last 2 days. I visited the one here where we are in Johar Town. I went to the inauguration of the new academy in Multan yesterday in the Mall of Multan. If you're in Multan and you're thinking of improving your English, go and check out the MIE Academy, MIE English Academy on the 5th floor of the Mall of Multan.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Children want to know that what MIE English Academy is for.
Okay, so MIE English provides obviously English tuition, but also exam preparation tuition. And I'll explain the difference. So if you need language or Pearson or IELTS or the Oxford International Language Test of English, we help students prepare for those tests.
Okay.
I think one of the differences, sometimes students think, I speak English, so all I need to do is pass the exam. Or maybe I'll do some mock tests and I'll be fine. But obviously, the test is about English. And remember, when you pass the test and you go to your chosen university, you're going to have to use your English in an academic context. So it's more than just getting the test result. So what we try and do is fuse that. So we prepare you for IELTS, and yes, we prepare you for language, sir, but we also prepare you to use the English that you have and the English that you're learning in an academic context when you arrive. Because trust me, I've been doing this for 25 years. Lots of students think, I'm really confident in English, get to England or Scotland or Wales, and suddenly think, my God, I don't understand as much as I thought I understood. And it's often acclimatization, and it comes within a month. But remember, if you're going for a course of study and you arrive and you're not that confident in your English, and it takes you a month to use your English competently, you've lost that month.
Yeah.
So it is worth making sure you're absolutely ready, not just exam ready, but language ready before you head off to the UK or the US or wherever you're going.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You know what I feel? I see most of the students, they said, we can speak in English, but when that test time came, they failed. Why? They don't have the techniques.
Exactly.
Tactics. It's IELTS is about tactics, your practice, because you're time bounded and the test over there. So MIE English Academy, I think they will prepare you for the test, for the techniques. Am I right?
Being good at something and passing an exam in something can sometimes be two different things.
Yeah.
Imagine you can drive and you've been driving for a while, but you go for a driving test, you can still fail because you don't know what they're going to test you on. It's very much the same with English language. You might be a competent speaker, and honestly, even native English speakers wouldn't get 9 on IELTS if they didn't practice the exam first. I'm tell you a little secret. I went into a class once without preparing, and this was the proficiency exam, and there was a question and I couldn't find the answer because I hadn't prepared. And I saw it coming round and I couldn't answer it. As soon as I got out of the class, I remembered it. But even a native English speaker can fail if you're not prepared. So preparation is everything.
Yes, techniques are so much important. So you have to be, before the test, you have to be well prepared for IELTS. And I think MIE English Academy is the best institute to prepare. As you said that recently you have inaugurated Multan branch over there. Have you visited this branch? How was your experience?
Where was Multan? Hot.
It's
Famous about Multan. That this, if you ask what is the specialty of Multan, it is too hot.
I was told mangoes. I was told to come back in the summer.
and
the mangoes are- it's mango season.
In December, you will not get mangoes.
Exactly.
It's the product of the summer.
Can you tell me why every student prefer UK? Why UK? And why not Canada, USA, Ireland, Berlin? What is the reason behind it?
Obviously, I'm biased because I'm British and would prefer students to come to Britain than go to Canada or US. And I also think we do it better. But a couple of reasons which I think are important, kind of from an objective standpoint. Lots of people, and when I say lots of people, I'm not talking about Pakistani students, but I've been all over the world recruiting students and talking to students that automatically think that it's going to be really expensive in the UK. But actually, it's not that expensive. If you compare tuition, and often there are scholarships for international students, accommodation, depending on where you are in the UK, compare that as a package to the US or to Canada or to Australia. We are, and when I say we, Britain is actually competitive. Also, remember in Britain, students can work part-time to help ease that financial burden. In the States, you can't. You can work on campus, but there are often restrictions about what you can do. In the UK, you can work part-time. And honestly, every student, British, international, need to do that because, after all, it is expensive. Also, remember, if you're coming for a postgraduate course, it's 1 year in the UK, where in Canada it's 2, in the US it's 2. So you complete your studies in a shorter amount of time. If you're looking at undergraduate and postgraduate, depending on what degree you want to do, but a lot of universities in the UK have a very vocational career focused outcome, because most students are now going to university with the end result being, I want a career in data analytics or computing or business management. No, it's a career focused goal.
It's a wrong myth about UK that UK degrees are so much expensive.
Absolutely. The range of degrees vary like anything else.
If someone asks from me, then why UK? I will mention their short duration of degree span, world-renowned degrees, scholarships, and second is less expensive degrees, I think.
Yeah, and not forget that now students, we have something called a post-study work visa, which means actually once you've completed your degree, you can stay and you can work in the UK for 2 years. That means, A, you can put as I said, what you've been learning into practice, earn some money, what an invaluable experience. You come back to Pakistan or wherever you go, and you can say, actually, I've done my degree, I've been working in my field. You are really employable.
Also, it's career building.
Exactly.
It's career
That's it.
building.
Yeah.
So, and in research as well, UK has very much renowned in their research. So, okay, Neil, give a fruitful advice, a perfect advice for the students.
You're worrying me now. Yeah.
Yeah, for the students, advice because you are a native Britisher who are planning to come to UK and they are fearful about the culture, about the language. From Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, the students which are going to UK for studies, they are a little bit fearful about the culture, that how they will communicate, how they will fit in the culture. So what kind of advice will you give to the students?
If you're thinking of studying abroad, it's a huge, huge step, actually, which will change your life. I've, like I said, been doing this in some form or other since 1995, and I have seen it change people's lives. So it's not just career changing, it's life changing. Yes, I'm sure you're nervous, but that's part of life and bridging those nerves. Don't worry about, the cultural differences. there'll be hard days. Honestly, there will be. And I've spoken to students that said, I was crying because I miss home. And of course, there'll be hard days. There'll always be hard days if you stay at home or go abroad. But the good days will far outweigh those. Again, as we talked about English, be prepared. Do your research. If you're choosing a university, do your research. Talk to people you know. Talk to people like AHZ. Talk to education counsellors.
Do interact with others.
Yeah.
Don't hide yourself in the rooms because of the fear. Just the more you interact, the more you will be confident.
But you can start that here. We have schemes within AHZ and MH Global where you can talk to students from Pakistan.
It's very well, very well. And I think the students who are going to UK, they do join the clubs and societies of the universities. In this way, they will feel themselves a boost up.
I was working before MH Global. I worked at a university in London, and I had someone from Pakistan visit the university, and we were walking around, and there was a poster for an event run by the Pakistani Girls Society of the university, and the guy I was with said, the agent said, "Tell me about that," and I knew nothing about it. So when I said goodbye to him, I ran around the student union and I said, "Can I talk to the Pakistani Girls Society?" I got in touch and I said, "This is brilliant. Everyone was really interested. Can I have more information? Can I go?" And they went, "Well, no, you're not Pakistani and you're not a girl. So no, but we'll send you more information." But the information I then sent to AHZ, to other agents about the kind of things that are happening in that university. And I put students together, students here and students there. And the students there were only too happy to help potential students. So there are ways of communicating with students that are already in the UK.
Thank you so much, Dil. We have a very nice exchange of words, and your advice are very useful for the students. So thanks again. So inshallah, we will meet again with a new topic and a new guest. Till then, take care of yourself and surroundings. Bye-bye. Allah Hafiz.